A very good day, Miss Phil. My name is Hashwina Sri and I'm the leader of this group. Today, me and my teammates are going to present about the model we created based on The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. This is a very famous short story which gives an important lesson to the reader about tradition, society, and human behavior. The story takes part in a village where the people gather every year for an important event called the lottery. The lottery seems very happy, normal, and just like an ordinary community event at first. The children were playing, the families were talking, everything seems peaceful and normal. But as the story continues, we discover that the lottery is not a celebration, but it's a cruel event where they choose one person to die. The shocking ending makes reader think deeply about the dangers of blindly following tradition. In our model, we have carefully added and shown the parts of the story. Here you can see the village setting, which represents small community where the event takes place. And in the center, there's a black lottery box, which is one of the most important symbol. It represents tradition and blind obedience. Around it, we have added the villagers who represents how society follow customs without questioning them. And we also added literary elements such as symbolism, irony, mood, tone to help explain the deeper meaning of the story. Through this presentation, we hope to show that Shirley Jackson's message is important, and it's very, very important for the society to understand that traditions should not just followed blindly, especially if they are harmful and unfair. Let us begin our presentation with the first part. Thank you.
So hi and good day, Miss. My name is Shirley from MLC Penang. Okay, for my part, I'm going to explain about the setting and the design of our village based on the story The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. So at first, if we look at our model, we can see a peaceful village with clouds, trees, homes, and villagers standing together, and it gives us a very first opinion, which is like a very calm and a peaceful village. But this setting is very important because this setting is going to create a better contrast with the ending of the story, which is very shocking and very disturbing. The village and the houses represent how normal the people in the village looks alike. But even though the people and the village and the houses, everything looks normal and ordinary, but they still follow a very cruel tradition. So from this we can find out how dangerous a tradition can be if we follow them blindly without knowing the consequences. Besides the dark background in our model that create a very tense and uncomfortable atmosphere, it also gonna show the viewers how bad this story going to end. Like, okay, this dark atmosphere, like this very dull looking village of our model, can actually represent how bad the story going to end at the last. So the viewers can have a tiny thought about how this story going to move. And overall, our model help us to understand the hidden darkness behind a very peaceful village from the story The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. Because even though the village looks very peaceful, but it hits a very, very bad backstory. So yeah, and from our model also, we would like to tell which we learn, which is we cannot just simply follow a tradition without knowing why we should follow, and without knowing how it might be end. We should know the consequences, we should know the effects, everything before we follow them. and that's what we learn from our model and also from the story. Thank you. So I will pass it to the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Tashini. I would be presenting about the symbolism part in the story of the lottery box. So, the important symbol in the story is the black box, which is the black lottery box. Okay, so as you can see, based on this story, so even though the box is damaged and all, the villagers, they still refuse to replace it because they want to continue the tradition of belief, where it shows the villagers, they really follow the lottery without questioning whether it is right or wrong. So Shirley Jackson uses this black box to show how dangerous traditions can become when people, they blindly obey them. So through this symbolism, the author herself explains or teaches us about this society where the society should question these harmful customs instead of accepting them without thinking. So yeah, that's all from me, and moving on to the next presenter. Thank you.
So hello, my name is Nurul Aida binti Abdul Siddiq. I'll be explaining about the irony part of this model. Another important element is irony. Usually a lottery is associated with luck, prizes and happiness. But however, in this story, winning the lottery actually leads to death. And this unexpected meaning creates shock for readers and makes the story memorable. So this point at irony section and smile symbol.
Hi, my name is Kavilash Anandan. My matric number is 2072025070020. Okay, I will present about mood and tone. Okay, the mood of the story becomes tense and uncomfortable as the lottery continues. In the beginning, the story seems peaceful and normal because the villagers are talking casually, but slowly readers start to feel nervous and suspicious because of the upcoming series that creates fear and tension. Okay, the second is tone. Actually the tone of the story is calm and matter of fact. Shirley Jackson writes the story in a simple and normal way. Even something shocking is want to happen in the upcoming, and because of this calm tone, violent ending feels more disturbing and unexpected for the readers. Okay, third is rain. Actually rain is meaning of like something like rains plus dark clouds, actually like a symptom like something want to happen in upcoming. Like example, like these symbols help create an uneasy feeling, prepare readers for the tragic ending of the story. And finally is simple language. Okay, Shirley Jackson used simple and clear language to make the story for realistic and clear to understand of this story. The Shirley Jackson want to create this story like realistic, so which means the reader can easily understand of this story. That's all of my part. Thank you.
Hi Miss Vale, my name is K.Anbalagan and I'm from MLC Penang. So basically this model teaches us that traditions can be quite dangerous if people were to follow them blindly. And also basically this story encouraged the readers to question harmful customs and think critically instead of just blindly following those. So our model highlights the main themes and literary elements of our story in a creative way. That's all from us. Thank you for listening to our presentation.